What's up guys, today we're going to be going over the Revelations Easter egg. So step 1 is to shoot the gravestones at spawn. The order you do it in is 2, 3, 1, 4. Make sure it's all just with one bullet. After it is completed, you will see a red flame appear on each of the gravestones. After you've completed step 1, you'll need to find a rock that will be on either of these 3 locations. The Mob of the Dead jump pad, the Shangri-La jump pad, or the Verruckt jump pad. You will then need to bring the Keeper Protector over to where you found the rock and run to the back where the rock is, and then you'll see the Keeper start to do this ritual. Once he starts doing this ritual, you'll need to protect him. Normally it lasts a couple rounds, so be ready. After he's completed, he will drop this audio reel. You need to pick it up and you need to bring it to Nacht. And once you're in Nacht, look for this audio reel player, and then you're gonna interact with it and it will start playing the audio reel.
Show some respect.
Sophia's gonna freak out about her Max's problems.
So the next step is getting Arnie's, and once you have the Arnie's, you need to go inside the Apothicon, and you need to throw your Arnie's in 3 of all of the 9 holes located around him. Once you throw 3 in, Margwas will spawn. You need to kill all these Margwas and complete the challenge. After that is done, you will need to throw 3 Arnie's in again until you get all your Arnie's in all 9 of the holes. After you are done with this, you'll see an audio reel drop in the Apothicon. You need to pick it up and you need to bring it to Kino and play it.
An audio recording, because that means there's got to be a way to play it.
For this next step, you'll need the upgraded Apothicon Servant, so make sure you have. So after you've played these 2 reels, there'll be a rock you need to shoot at Shangri-La. And once you shoot it, you need to suck the skull up with the Apothicon Servant. So here are the locations for all the rest of the bones. You don't need to do this in any specific order. There's a bone at Origins where the giant robot usually steps down his foot. There's a bone at Verruckt, ritual site looking at the waterfall. There's a bone at Nacht near the staircase. There's another bone at the spawn ritual area looking towards the church. The last bone is when you wall run off der Eisendrache, and it's on the outside of the second to last wall. You need to shoot all these bones out and suck them in with the Apothicon Servant. After that, you'll see the bones collect in the top floor of Nacht. You need to suck these bones up with the Apothicon Serpent, and then you'll see a zombie that looks like Sophia spawn in. Shoot her with the Apothicon Serpent, and you'll see an audio reel appear. Pick up the audio reel and bring it to Origins, and go to the excavation site to play it. Once you go back to Nacht, you'll see a ghost form of Sophia up above. After you see her, you need to go to each corruption turret and shoot the leftmost blue rock until you get teleported off the turret. Do this for all 4 corruption turrets, and after that, you need to go to Sophia and hold square on her. You will follow Sophia into Kino where the teleporter is. She'll go on top of the teleporter and ask you to if one of the players has the wisp at spawn, make sure they grab it now and bring it to the Kino teleporter. After you teleport, you'll see that you're in Samantha's room. You need to pick up the Chronorium, and if you have the wisp, you can place it down.
There we go, ricked off, and now they're just here.
Just hanging out.
You are wrong, Dempsey.
Yeah, but they're not
What
Apothicon.
explains this is not the future we had sought to secure.
I don't know where he gets his supply.
Terribly wrong.
After you teleport back, you'll need to place the Chronorium down. After you place the Chronorium, eggs will spawn all around the map, and each of your players needs to grab one. There's so many possible egg locations that I'll just show you where we had our egg spawn. And the rest of the spawn locations I'll put down in the description. Place your eggs down inside the Apothicon, and you'll need to fill them up with souls. Once enough souls are collected, the eggs will hatch into gateworms. Pick up the gateworm and bring it to one of the 4 islands. You will hear sonar beeping at one of these 4 islands.
Fine. Okay.
Hold square when you hear it at its loudest point, and you'll see a gateworm appear and turn into a rune of creation. You need to do this for each of the 4 eggs, and you'll eventually get 4 runes of creation. After you have the 4 runes of creation, you'll be able to teleport to the first step of the boss fight. Make sure you're ready to go to this boss fight. Once you are ready, go to Kino into the projector room, and you'll teleport to the first step of the boss fight. In this first step of the boss fight, you'll need to go up to the Chronorium and hold square on it. You will see 4 symbols appear, and make sure you track the order. Normally, what you can do is you can hold tab and see your HUD, and you can number the runes of creation in the order that you see them. Once you do that, you need to go up, and you'll see these purple runes of creation spawn in random orders. Make sure you enter them in the correct order, and after you do so, you will see a white light and the boss fights will start. There will be 4 consecutive rounds, each randomized. One of these rounds, the walls will close in on you, and you need to make sure you're not at the lightning where the walls can hit. Another step is where it's anti-grav, and you need to jump into the white light. Another step is where you'll see a bunch of electricity that you need to avoid. And the last step is the fire step, where you'll see lava around the floor, and you need to avoid that. In all of these steps, you need to kill 2 Margwas to pass the step. After you've completed all of these challenges, you'll see the summoning key. You need to pick up the summoning key and you'll spawn back into the map. You'll need to throw the summoning key at all of these locations I'm about to list. In Mob of the Dead, throw the key at the poster in the cell. Go to Origins and throw the summoning key at the tombstone. Go to Shangri-La and throw it at the focusing stone. Go to Kino and throw it at the radio on the chandelier. Go to Der Eisendrache and throw the key at the clock. Go to Verruckt and throw the key at the MG42 on the fountain. Go to Nacht and throw the key at the red barrel out front. After you've thrown all the keys at these locations, you won't have the summoning key anymore. After finishing these summoning key steps, go to the Kino teleporter and you will be teleported back into the boss fight. You'll need to place the summoning key down and charge it with souls. Once you've charged it with enough souls, you need to pick up the summoning key and throw it into Sophia. After you've thrown it into Sophia, I recommend that you throw Arnie's so all the bosses are distracted. After you've thrown your Arnie's, pay attention to the Shadow Man and shoot him over and over again until you see him spawn inside the Apothecon's mouth. After you spawn inside the Apothecon's mouth, hold square on the book and you'll see this beam go into the Shadow Man. After you've done this, you've successfully completed the Easter egg. I hope you guys enjoyed this guide, and there will be more videos coming out about Revelations later. See ya.
I think my favorite zombie is a Kino zombie.